This episode of The Valley is so dark, especially when Cruz saw him and immediately started crying. I touched on the last episode about how Jax must be hurting Cruz and how Cruz notices. Even though he's nonverbal, doesn't mean that he doesn't understand what's going on. He said to Brittany that he'll never forgive her for basically outing him. But he was so abusive to Brittany that Brittany had no choice but to reveal everything. You can tell that Brittany has been hiding how Jax really is for 10 years. The little things that we see is probably nothing compared to what he really is like in that home. You also hear him saying, I paid for everything. You don't pay a bill in this house. Still, till this day. She's like, I do. I pay. Every single time he wants to paint Brittany as this lazy person who doesn't do anything. And we've seen Brittany work. The entire time from Vanderpump Rules, when they got kicked off of Vanderpump Rules, she still did brand deals and worked. Down to the Valley, she's working along with him. And not only working, but she has 2 homes. She still has to take care of the bills in their mutual home. And she has an Airbnb that she's staying because she's terrified of Jax. It's interesting that he said that his father, the man he idolizes, did the same thing. And his grandfather did the same thing. He doesn't understand that what he does to Brittany, and we've seen it, is abusive. And not only that, he knows that it is because he lies about it. Like when he said, oh, I never called her fat. And everybody else is like, we've heard you call her fat. We've seen the text messages. You said it in front of us. And he's still like, no, I haven't. And there's a really big telltale sign when he's like, well, not everybody's perfect in all their relationships. Who hasn't done that? A lot of people. A lot of people don't treat their significant others like that. That's not an excuse to treat your significant others like shit. And we've heard him say, well, when your relationship is perfect, then you could pass judgment on mine. Okay, that is not a good enough reason for you to be abusive to your wife. The one person who's trying to help you. The one person who's telling you that you need help. The closest person to you should not be the person you vent all your anger and disgust and contempt and abuse onto just because you could do it. And then his default is, I need help. I'm struggling. Why don't you check in on me? Why does she need to check in on her abuser when you're literally treating her like crap at the same time? She can't be worried about your well-being when you're not even worried about her well-being. He's always like, what about me? What about the people you hurt? What about the people you cause anguish and you terrorize? What about them? What about your victims?